Hello everyone. Hello Pakishtu. We finished Outer Wilds Echoes of the Eye. So I've been watching your streams. Okay, well. So what did you think about it? Did you like it? Oh yeah, you mean you looked at how... Okay. I played the game, alright. Yeah. What I thought is it's oh, I don't know. I want to say it's great. I think good is I think is a good way to call it. It's really not on par with the original game, I think. It's interesting. Oh, you weren't there yesterday. Did you see what happened? It was quite surprising. So I was wondering, there's been a lot going on in the last case. With Kazuma and the whole thing with the professor, Dr. Scythe being arrested, all this stuff, and Kazuma's father. Oh dear. And I was wondering, how are they gonna top that? The other cases. And now we know. They killed Inspector Gregson. My god. And Lord Van Zeeks is the suspect. So that's how. It makes me wonder about the last case then. What are they gonna do? I mean, are we gonna find our own father? I don't know. Sorry, I'm changing devices. Okay. So, Inspector Gregson has been found dead in this apartment. The thing about the red-headed league. And now we need to go somewhere else. What did we find? We found candelabrum, a gun, hairpiece, a toy, which is a key, and a photograph. Which means, does it mean that Gregson is Vigil? That would be weird. I don't know. Yeah, let's move. Let's move. Where should we go? Prison governor's office. The prison. Oh yeah, we gotta go. Gotta go see Lord Van Zeeks. First of November. Local prison. Cell 1. Of course. He's in the first cell. He's got no window. There he is. Lord Van Zeeks behind bars. Oh, so it's true. He really was arrested. He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zeeks? Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be. You're the last person on Earth I'd like to see. Please see. Nice to see you too. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That you, that Inspector Gregson was, Go home. This has nothing to do with you. But, Oh, forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please. There's really nothing I can tell you. What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? This... Van Zeeks behind bars, yeah. And accused of having killed Gregson, no less. The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case... wait. The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case detail with the suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh, who might that be? Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Hairbrain. Gregson is dead, yeah! That's what I was telling you when you were changing device. I was wondering how they were going to top everything that happened in the previous case. That's how they did it. They killed Gregson, and they accused Lord Van Zeeks. And now I'm really wondering what they're going to do with the next case. I mean, what's going to happen then? You mean, is Sholmes going to kill us? I'm wondering. Oh, Susato-san is going to be a killer? Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university. Now you're trying to defend Van Zeeks? Well, we're not doing anything right now. We're trying to find out what happened. We're probably going to have to defend him, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to like that. So it's going to take some convincing on his part, on our part, to convince him to let us defend him. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace, so let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know? Oh, strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zeeks never minces his words. but they seem to have less bite as usual somehow, than usual somehow. And so we learned that Gregson is dead, but prior to that, we a woman went to Sholmes because her husband was missing, and somehow in the apartment where Gregson died, there was a picture of that woman. So it's very weird. So everything is linked as usual. So yeah, there was a picture of this woman, which was one of the jury members from last case. It's an old picture. It's her. Oh, everything is very strange right now. What happened? Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zeeks? What happened? How much do you already know? What? We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street. And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested. Or maybe he was pursuing the Reaper and he happened to be there. Oh, we were told that there was nobody else in the room and that some witnesses heard the gunshot. Then you're well informed. And there's really nothing I can add. Wait, what? The truth is, I don't know what happened myself. What? Was he unconscious? But the gunshot. Obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you? I'm not in the habit of shooting people I work alongside. I also heard the noise, however. Before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers. Oh, so he doesn't actually know what happened. But then, okay, why do they have to be... So he arrived after Gregson was shot? Is that it? Could he be a bit more clear, maybe? Oh, if I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? I don't need to answer that. What? What? Oh. After all, you're not representing me. Oh, he's going to need a lawyer, though. Your defense. Who's going to be representing you in court? Lord Van Zeeks. Anyone other than you, I should imagine. What? Exactly. What? Oh, would you be right? Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation yet? As yet? Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know. But this is different. In my career, all of the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. 19? Okay, so it's not only us. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now. Oh, well, surely not. I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole. Oh, but you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's death. Did you? I don't have to answer that. Okay. Gregson wasn't one of those he prosecuted, though. No, there would be no reason for the Reaper to kill Gregson. Very weird. It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Except maybe if he was Vigil, because so Mrs. Vigil came to Sholmes because her husband was missing from since yesterday, and he's supposedly a prison warder, which is a word for warden, and at the prison where the professor was held and executed, and apparently he's one of the guys who helped the professor escape and not be executed as he was supposed to be. And so he was fired, but he never told his wife. So that's one part of the story. Then we find this apartment in the middle of nowhere, apparently rented by Gregson, and he has a picture of Mrs. Vigil from a long time ago in his apartment. So what does it mean? Is he Vigil? Did we get to uncover who his apprentice was? Yeah, it was actually Kazuma. And he was he had some amnesia, but then upon seeing the face of the professor, he remembered, because the professor was his father, and who went to Britain, who came to Britain 16 years ago, and then after 6 years started to kill some members of the aristocracy, including Lord Van Ziek's brother, which is the reason why he hates Japanese people. Japanese people. So many things happened in the last case, but so this one is going to be even crazier. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that. What does he mean by that? Professor Harebrain's letter. After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. Oh yeah, because so Harebrain, after being declared not guilty, he was like, oh, now that I'm not guilty, I'll be able to, visit London and stuff. And but Van Zieks would not have it. He said, oh, you must go back to Germany at once because of the Reaper. And so he's supposed to have gone back to Germany. It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arrange his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. Oh, because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean? Yes, so it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. What about Gina? She didn't go abroad. Oh wait, was Gina accused of murder? Yeah. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Oh yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo. So, Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now? He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry. There was a 2-second silence. That's all? Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. I don't think you really could do that right now. I was wondering, Lord Van Zeeks, just an idea. If you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you. Hmm? You trust me, do you? Oh, yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just my feelings can't be trusted as evidence in a court of law, sadly. It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one. Okay. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you, Nipponese. Okay. But please. I have no intention of engaging your services. The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. Wow, that was weird. Okay. Okay. Maybe you should go see Lord Strongheart. First of November, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. You've made good time. Oh, I took... wait, who's that? Took an express train back to London. I can hear Lord Strongheart. Can you? Oh yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone. It's Kazuma. Is everything in place? I had a private compartment on the train so I could check all the paperwork. Hey, it's... Kazuma-sama. Ah, your timing is impeccable. It is? No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry. Yes. Oh, I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, lost strong heart. That Lord Van Zieks could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson. I believe only in the facts. And the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Van Zieks for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective. Oh no, surely not. It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable processes. So does that mean the trial is tomorrow? Precisely. In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions. Kazuma? Who's introducing who to who? Ah, but of course. You're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Asogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings. Leading the prosecution. Wait, what? Wait, what? What exactly? Kazuma? As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law. Oh, Kazuma-sama, a prosecutor? I think it was a plan all along. I think he was supposed to come to Japan, to England, and become Lord Van Zieks' apprentice. All along. I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no. People all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds. There's no salvation for anyone in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper at the Bailey. And now, the Reaper himself must stand in the dock. Quite so. The public wants answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died mysterious deaths. Oh, but Lord Van Zieks firmly denies any involvement in such matters. And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent. That's certainly true. Or it has been, at least, until now. Oh. No. Tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history. Okay. So, Kazuma would be prosecuting tomorrow? That's right. Oh, but he's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart. Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles. Eh? And imagine what it will mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, would you agree? Oh, absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Kazuma will be rather sharp as a prosecutor. Oh, but why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain. It was a personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial. You? You asked for this? But why? It'll all become clear tomorrow. I hate this contraction. It'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you? Yeah. Although the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation. Oh, I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented. Quite exceptional, in fact. Well, there's been a lot of exceptional things happening around us lately, I gotta say. You are quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. Ah. After all, the accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as a judiciary closing ranks. So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution? Leonsuke, let's see how your skills have been honed after practicing law in this land for so many months. Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend. The killer's gun. Oh yes, we noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Van Zeeks? That would be a question for the lead detective investigating the scene. Oh, well, the thing is, she wasn't sure. So she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know. That's right. Naruto-san, be direct. It's certainly a model that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement, yes. Which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine. Oh, in that case, oh, it could actually have belonged to the victim. No. Gregson had his gun on his person. Oh, what about Lord Van Zieks? He claims it's currently not in his possession. What? According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious. Oh, but just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's, is no proof that it's actually his. No, of course not. Oh, nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Van Zieks. Oh dear. Okay, what now? Maybe we should see Professor Mekotoba. Is he here? Yes. Oh no, we can't talk to him. And oh dear, maybe. Oh, Sholmes. Is anyone home? No? Oh, it means we have to present something to someone, I think. Probably here. Okay. What should we present? The photograph? Could you show this? Could I show you this, Lord Strongheart? I'm the Lord Chief Justice, and not here to offer advice about evidence. Oh, especially when the evidence in question is so dull. So that's the real reason. Okay, oh no, we gotta go see the governor's, the prison governor. Oh yeah. Hey, he's not there. Why is he not here? Oh, what about this bird? Oops, I've been curious about this bird the whole time. And what about the guillotine clock? It's so weird. Oh, look! We have an opportunity here now, while the governor is away. Oh, Naruto-san, you could be imprisoned if you were caught. Oh, that's a good point. Perhaps not then? Can we not look? Oh, okay. Alright then. No digging. Then we only have the Lord Chief Justice, so we have to present him something. Oh, maybe we could talk to Kazuma. Oh yeah. I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it'll be alright now. Has your memory completely returned? Yes, completely. I remember everything. Including what I was coming here to do. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, Kazuma-sama. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia? It was a voice. This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London. That's where destiny awaits. It was that voice that guided me here, to London. Oh, I'm so sorry for what has happened. Anyway, my memory might have returned to me. But there's something that won't return to the way it was before. Huh? What do you mean? I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our path will cross again very soon. Huh? Oh, it doesn't look like we're going to clean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart. Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery. Oh, sorry to have taken up so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
What? But before you go, Leonsuke. Oh, what is it, Kazuma? I just wanted to thank you. Wait, what? Kazuma-sama, what? You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection. Oh, you always were intent on studying British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Naruto-san didn't want that to die with you. Yes, but I had another purpose for coming here. Oh. I actually have a favor to ask. Which is? This trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Wait, what? Right in front of me, as a defense counsel. Why? What's this all about? Why? I don't understand why they're putting constructions everywhere. What is this all about? I know you have what it takes. But Lord Van Zieks would never put his fate in my hands. On the contrary, he recognizes your talent. He does? It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this. That's... He was friends with Gregson. That's Lord Van Zieks. That's Lord Van Zieks and Inspector Gregson. In a photograph that must have been taken some time ago, by the look of it. And he doesn't even have fish and chips. What's that? And who's the third person? Well, come on now. He's Lord Van Zieks' brother. So this picture is more than 10 years ago. It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office. In Gregson's office, you mean? Wait. His yard office? Yes. What I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view. Take it. Gregson's photograph has been entered into the court record. I don't understand. Why are you giving me this? Just hurry. Yunsuke, visiting hours at the prison are almost over. What are you doing, Kazuma? What? Aren't we the defense? What do you mean? Okay, we have to go to the prison then. Looks so happy in this picture. We are defense lawyers, but Lord Van Zieks didn't allow us to represent him, so we're not technically the defense in this case. 1st of November, local prison, Star 1. Lord Van Zieks is still reading that letter. A man is a very slow reader. You wouldn't expect. Oh, we've been gone quite some time though. Or either either he's an incredibly slow reader, yeah, or it's an incredibly long letter. I might even be able to read English faster than he can. I was intending to ignore you entirely. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese. Sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that. I had the case notes brought to me in secret. Was reading them to pass the time. Maybe there's a hidden message in the letter that takes a long time to decipher. Well, apparently he's been reading something else, so it's all clear now. Or maybe he's still a very slow reader, we don't know. Oh, yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow. Which is none of your business. So, have you found a lawyer? I mean, just asking out of curiosity. How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This is nothing to do with you. In other words, no. Oh, we are just talking to Lord Strongheart, and the prosecutor for your trial has been decided. I'd expect nothing less, though I have no idea who it is. So it is who it is? I have no idea who it is. It's going to be Kazuma Asogi. What? Asogi? Oh, that made the color drain from his face. Ah, well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again after all. Okay. Okay. 10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecution at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name Asogi. Oh, Kenshin Asogi was Kazuma-sama's father. You could say that this man made an impact. So, what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo court? Kangaroo court? What's that? I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you. Indeed. I don't play that game, but Emilia does. I think I tried to download it, but I really can't with the graphics style. I don't know. I don't remember. I told that to someone, but in this game is way too much interested in how its characters are dressed, I think. It's what he does. No doubt he knew of the young man's true identity from the outset. It's Payment's voice that drove me off it. I think. I don't know. I don't think I even got to hearing those voices. Payment? Is it Payment? Oh, but what could he have been hoping to achieve? And let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that? Asogi. That name is the epitome of my bane. The bane that is you, Nipponese. Right, your hatred for all of us Japanese. The Nipponese pain, okay. I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer. The so-called professor, assigned to the investigation as his partner, was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scotland Yard. Oh, and that was Genshin Asogi? Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man. So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in, and any semblance of right prevailing over wrong. Oh, how awful. To avenge my brother, I prosecuted Inazuki's trial. It wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed, but I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented. Oh, what do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor? The man in charge of the Professor case inquiry, Lord Mel Strongheart. Oh, wait, what? Lord Strongheart? He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead. Since that time, he's the only person to whom I've felt indebted. Oh, I'm sure he must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor. Anyway, time passed, but then earlier this year you should arrive in London. Who should arrive in London? But you. Oh. And of all things, as a lawyer. Well, it could have been worse. Could have been Kazuma. I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese. I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me. I could no longer control it. Oh, and I can understand why. Now I know the history. But in the same way that I've long felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asogi, I am the bane of his. The Reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow. Inspector Gregson. Gregson's transfer to the Paris Police Prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month. But he'll never make it to France now. It's a tragedy. Oh yes, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he? Oh, he was gonna quit a few days later. Oh dear, always the same story. Oh, I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean? It's the first time I've ever encountered it. Oh. The Paris police welcoming an English detective is almost inconceivable. I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place. Oh, it sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed. Oh, I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We heard that he was considered something of a legend at Scotland Yard. Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made. No, are you telling me that has Kazuma been orchestrating everything? No. 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 Oh, what sort of approach? After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy. Oh my! 10 years ago? Why is that so surprising? Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time, and rarely performed. And my brother was of course a noble. That made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determined it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death. So, oh, you must have had great confidence in the inspector's abilities then. Oh, and it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life. I don't have confidence in anyone. Oh. And I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London. That's a bit sad. Yeah, it is a bit sad. But well, you know, considering how he acts now, Van Zieks, we can't be very surprised. What really went on between Lord Van Zieks and Gregson? I wonder. Maybe something has happened here. What was the true nature of their relationship? Because, I mean, in the pictures they look so friendly. Wait, he still has the same buttons on his jacket. Wow. Your gun. About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene. Yes. That's not mine. Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is? What do you expect me to say to that? Oh, Lord Strongheart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm. As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true. So it could be his. He doesn't know. Oh, when did you lose it then? That I don't know. Oh. I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it somewhere, I suppose. Or left it somewhere, perhaps. Oh, you have something in common with Lord Van Zieks, after all. Naruto-san. A talent for misplacing things. No. This has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it. Don't make the mistake of associating me with this Nipponese. Oh dear. Oh, the rift is very wide, isn't it? So it's not decisive evidence, clearly, but it doesn't look good, that's for sure. Okay, we have to show the picture. Lord Van Zieks, we can buy this old photograph. Huh? Where did you get that? It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor. It's almost unbelievable. I assumed it was long lost. Is the man on the left there? Yes, that's my brother, Clint. The details of Gregson's photograph have been updated. An old photographic print displayed rather prominently in Inspector Gregson's office. The person on the left is Lord Clint Van Zieks. Oh, it had to be really. Of course it was. And apparently this picture was prominently displayed in Rexon's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that? Respect? That's nonsense. No, we've had someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less. Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matters. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you. I feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief twinkle. An insight into the true nature of this man, known to all as the Stone Cold Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, that's the first time he's ever used my actual name. I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. But there's still one thing I'm willing to believe in. What's that? That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. A simple determination to know the truth. Lord Ranzix. From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now. I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could. Here is a loathsome Nipponese who has absolute integrity as a lawyer. Huh? There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother Clint and Genshin Asogi. The man he idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way. When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me. Oh, you mean this photograph? Yeah, which else? Back then, I was able to laugh. I was free of the shackles of mistrust that plague me now. I looked to the future with hope. Since then, I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. But at times, the mire into which I've sunk makes it almost impossible to breathe. I'm so sorry. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe in it. In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me? Will you defend me in court? Yeah. Wow. Of course I will. It would be an honor. Oh, I'm so pleased. Naruto-san. Then, my life is in your hands. for Lord Van Zieks. That must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask. Which is why I simply cannot let the man down. Tomorrow, in the Old Bailey, against my old friend, Kazuma. Wow. I wonder if we're gonna find out that Ryunosuke is Kazuma. Yeah. I'm wondering, are we gonna find out that Kazuma's father wasn't actually the professor? I wonder. It's... wow. So many questions. Defending Lord Van Zieks of all people, yeah. Wow. I mean, the writing in this game is incredible. It's they always manage to surprise you. Oh well, it's yeah. Sadly, I gotta stop, go to bed. But we're gonna continue that tomorrow, for sure. I hope you can be there. I don't know if you can, package 2. Much suspense. Yeah, much tension. So sad about Quicksand as well. Oh dear, the stakes. Wow. Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna really know what's going on with Kazuma at the end of this case, and it's gonna be the last case. It's gonna solve everything. Won't be able to. I have work, and I need to go give the keys for the old flat back to the property manager. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, but I really have to continue all this. Well, can still catch up with the VOD whenever you want. Have a good night. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day, package 2. There's always a replay, yeah. So yeah, I'll continue tomorrow night. So in the meantime, please take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon then. Bye.